Well, Google Stadia was recently announced. So I'm here with Xenoture Gaming to discuss what our impressions of the platform and our general opinions and questions about it.
Hi Adam, it's a great night tonight and I'm ready to give my opinions.
Yeah, I guess we should get back to the what have you been playing recently? We've not been doing that.
Craig, do you want to say Okami?
No, Craig was gone. Discord killed Craig.
Yeah.
We had to spend a while getting Craig back in.
Yeah.
I had to solve a bus captcha.
But yeah, I've been playing Smash and a bit of Fire Emblem Warriors. Mix of those two. Haven't been playing much else. I intend on getting back into what was it, Octopath Traveler. I got out of it for a while, and well, I recently started voice chatting with people for Smash Ultimate, so again, I just like to talk.
Yeah, that's been on my backlog. I've been playing.
Yeah, I can tell you've been playing like a lot of other games that aren't Smash.
I mean, Octopath is on my backlog. I did the single player Smash stuff. I'm mostly playing that with other people. World of Final Fantasy Maxima, which is basically Final Fantasy / Bravely Default mixed with Pokemon. It's really good.
Huh.
But there's so many games because I still need to go back and play Child of Light. I just downloaded the Romancing Saga 2. So I need to play that too.
See, I want to go back and play Spectral Force Genesis pretty soon, to be honest.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Why do I know all the games that nobody's heard of? Spectral Force Genesis is basically, okay, here's the back cover. It says, it is a unique blend of three unique genres. It is war sim, a blend of diplomacy, taxation affairs, and the realm of war strategies. RTS, real-time strategy, control your armies on the battlefield in real time. RPG, command powerful heroes, level them up, and increase the strike force. Which basically it's just like, you got like, I don't know, like 30, maybe 25, 40, like nations on a map. And it's set up into different phases. And basically the whole goal is conquer every nation and unite Neverland.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. It's home to Emo Lincoln. In the game his name is Castello Horn. I just see him as Emo Abraham Lincoln. And yeah, basically it even has like a Fire Emblem weapon triangle where sword beats magic beats shield, and shield beats sword. And basically the whole point of the game is like basically one of the main points is that you gotta you have to beat your enemy, but then you have to defeat the walls. And you're using the stylus to do this, but you also have like special abilities midway that take more damage out of your opponent and all that. It's pretty fun. And there's like different months, and each month can be like tax, which gives you drafting and taxation. It's pretty fun.
Well, I guess regarding Stadia, are you considering getting Stadia?
I don't know. I don't want another GameStop killer.
A GameStop killer?
The CEOs of GameStop have been trying to sell the company for a while, and Stadia just feels like that final nail in the coffin that's just going to kill it. When the CEOs try to sell the company, that's normally a sign that's starting to fail. Yeah,
that makes sense. I personally, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. It's probably going to depend if it's free or how much it is. If it's free or cheap, I think I'll get it.
I think it's going to be like GameStop's rental service, I guess. Not GameStop's, but Discord. Discord's rental service where you get to basically pay a bit and you get access to all the games.
I don't know about Discord's rental service. I've been skipping past that.
Like Nintendo Switch Online. Take that, but basically instead of getting a bunch of retro games, you get access to a bunch of other games as and all you have to do is pay $20 a month or something.
So like Game Pass.
Yeah, basically. I'm not good at wording this, but that's how I think it'll turn out though. But from what I can tell, it looks good, but can't play Doom.
No, Doom was one of the confirmed games. They confirmed the new Doom.
I'm talking about the original Doom because you see, there's a running joke on the internet that whenever something new comes out, can it play Doom?
I'm sure eventually it will. I mean,
Somebody invents a printer, can it play Doom? They invent a camera, can it play Doom? They invent a car, can it play Doom?
a graphing calculator.
Can it play Doom?
But there is a pretty big Doom community on YouTube, so I definitely don't see them letting that not go. They're gonna have Doom, and that's gonna be what Doom's Stadia.
I'm interested in Stadia, but like it just bothers me. Like there's a little pit in my stomach that sinks when the more I listen. But there's also a part of me that's interested. Like, oh, so I could probably record video without having to worry about taking other people's footage to make my videos, because I still have other videos on the back burner, but I just haven't gotten around to making them.
Yeah, that's definitely a hard thing, finding the time to get good recordings that you don't have to borrow.
Yeah.
One thing I like about the whole idea is I can try those Garbo games like Assassin's Creed without worrying about how much money I've invested.
You just insulted one of the games of the year on so many people's the Garbo games.
Well, my familiarity with Assassin's Creed is the third one, and it was really, really bad, technically.
My familiarity is only with Black Flag.
I don't know. The new one may have been good.
Black Flag is like the best one in my opinion. It's just a pirate game. It's less of an Assassin's Creed game and just like a stealth pirate game.
That sounds like it would be way better than a stealth Founding Fathers game. That has little tiny rocks that actually have collision and will make your horse stop dead in its tracks, and trees that will crash.
That actually does.
I got a cotton candy crash. And the trees turned into like these green rocks. It was bizarre.
There's only like one thing. Like you get your own pirate ship and you get to fire cannons and take on like forts on the ocean in Black Flag. And there's only really one time where you use your ship for stealth, and that's in like a story mission. You aren't even an assassin. You're just a guy who dresses like one because you killed one. I think I haven't played it in a few months, but that's why I remember.
Yeah, regardless of how good Assassin's Creed is.
Yeah.
Still, just the whole ability to try games that I'm not sure about if they're going to be good, without investing the full $60, unless the service is $60 a month.
You could probably play the whole game if they allow this. But the thing is, GameStop's already no. Why do I keep saying GameStop? I mean, Google is already a monopoly. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. America has laws. Isn't Google emplaced in America? It needs to be broken up, and we need more. But what's the word? Restrictions on Google. That's it. Because Google is too big of a monopoly. Like it's a search engine, but it's also branching out into so many different fields that it's basically as big as a monopoly, and it just needs to stop.
Yeah, President Trump didn't collude with Russia. He colluded with Google.
Yeah, he didn't. He doesn't. Capitalism doesn't work with communists. Russia's not communist, but I know, but they got history.
Yeah, just the general concept of Stadia, I kind of like just being able to like see a game and be like, oh, I want to play that, and be able to play that. Like, that is a cool thing.
I like the concept too. I also like the concept of creating and working with creators and using it to help create games. I just don't like the idea of killing GameStop. I want physical copies of my games.
Well, I don't have any fondness of GameStop, but the whole development tools that it's providing also
that helps.
Sound really nice to me. Like, I want to look more into the developer tools. I've been meaning to, but I haven't looked at that yet. I looked at everything else about it, but I keep forgetting to look at the developer tools.
I did see a little bit of development tools. Like one of the tools that they had was like a it's like basically you take a template, like you take a picture, and you color the whole game based off the picture, and taking a color scheme. So it's very weird and trippy, and sometimes, but like if you do line art, the entire game gets like covered in line art. It's strange, it looks neat, and it's kind of interesting, and it even can support like weird, like more over 100 multiplayer games, like battle royale type of things. It had like a tech demo that had fully destructible environments.
Yeah, they always have those demos.
Yeah.
My question about the developer tools is, are they kind of like a Google Doc where multiple people can kind of go in? Is it like a cloud-based development? Because that could be really nice for a lot of indies.
See, well, the way that they advertise it is the data center is the stadium. So that means that all the fiber optic cables that are connecting Google to the rest of the world are also connecting these computers and everything to Stadia.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping it's like a cloud-based development environment, and that you can kind of do like a Google Docs thing where you have people just working together remotely. Like
this whole thing,
you could be working with someone in California, and you could be in Missouri like me, and you could also be working with someone in England. You could be working with someone who's in like South Asia, and you could all be doing it all at the same time without having to actually physically be near each other. Or
that would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be great for indies.
I'm still skeptical, but like I kept saying, you know any other game, like any other place that you can go to buy a game?
Well, you can go to stores like Walmart and Target, and
but those are game places. Like I like the nerdy atmosphere that you just walk in, and this is your place. This is a place for you to be. I like that type of atmosphere in the places that I go to. GameStop is that place, and
you must have a different GameStop, because I always feel like
oh yeah, I feel targeted. Oh yeah, you kind of are, but like it's mostly being surrounded by game products and games themselves.
I get a better feeling in that regard from stuff like vintage stock, or even thrift stores sometimes.
You see, I'm a very nerdy person, and I tend to play a lot of video games, so I relate very well just being surrounded by a ton of video game merchandise and video games themselves.
Yeah, I like the merchandise. I would go to a store that just sold the merchandise, but I don't see a lot of good merchandise. I see stuff like those little chibi Master Chiefs, chibi God of War Kratos guy.
Yeah, I find my GameStop has a ton of merchandise in it. It just in the middle. It's a large GameStop, and like it's like the only place I can go to amiibo hunt anymore, because like normal stores keep all the amiibos in the back.
You know where you go to amiibo hunt? Five Below. I don't know if you have one of those where you are.
I don't know what Five Below is.
It's basically like a dollar store, only it's $5 instead of $1.
Huh.
And they have amiibos everywhere. I got a whole bunch of Animal Crossing amiibos. I got a Kirby, a Yoshi.
Okay, after this recording, remind me, I can send you a picture of my amiibo shelf.
Okay.
I'm not kidding, I have an entire shelf full of amiibo. Feel free to put this in the video.
Okay, I have the top of a desk with a few amiibos on it, as well as other gaming toys.
My dad found a shelf in the attic that he was just going to throw away. I wiped it down, made it mine, turned it into an amiibo shelf.
I guess one problem I see with Stadia, one thing that concerns me, is the whole crappy ISPs throttling and crashing the internet. Because we were kind of going through that when we were trying to get Craig back in, because my internet is so crap that I have no bandwidth when I'm using the internet. So I couldn't hear anything you were saying during the time that I was getting Craig back in. And that's kind of a big problem. If the internet connection is not that good, it's not stable enough, it's not fast enough, it can't process enough data. The companies are artificially bottlenecking things. I don't see how this is going to work.
Well, I mean, that's when game companies can like work with the games and create like more technical autosave features that kind of autosave progressively, or it could like pause, like if you disconnect it sort of auto pauses the game until you resume.
Yeah, even still though, like I can't imagine this not being choppy for most people that don't have a really good ISP or shell out the big bucks for the good internet that's being artificially held back.
Well, I mean, if Stadia somehow connects to the Nintendo Switch, you might be able to, with the new Switch model that's probably been rumored, you might be able to just like use the Switch modem that will be built into the new Switch systems.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have the internet service. You still have the Wi-Fi.
Crap. Why does Wi-Fi have to be so complicated? I just want to buy a router and just hook it up and boom, Wi-Fi. But no, there has to be a company behind it.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, I know quite a few people that are working in like networking and the web side. And according to them and everything that I've seen in my research and looking into that kind of stuff, is that bandwidth isn't really a limited quantity. The limited quantity is like how many requests the servers can process and like the condition of the server, which, I mean, they could just like increase it $1 and they'd be making a huge profit on that. And they'd be able to cover the cost of putting in new servers and maintaining servers. So it really shouldn't be a problem from everything that I know and have heard about this, but it is. Because they're greedy.
It's frustrating. I'm just complaining because it feels needlessly complicated. Because we live in a modern world where almost anything is available at a touch of a finger, and then you have the act of getting to that point is just, it feels needlessly complicated.
Yeah, and these companies, they have a monopoly. So Google is having a hell of a time getting fiber into Kansas City. Because Time Warner, I guess now Spectrum, they didn't want them coming in, so they had a hard time getting in. They had to like get in through a loophole.
Almost all these companies just bother me, just because they just tend to be jerks. Like DirecTV, they sell you bad Wi-Fi and even worse TV. And you get nothing out of it, and they'll just raise your rates afterwards.
I don't even watch TV.
I watch YouTube.
I mostly stream stuff. Like I don't want to see commercials. I want
okay. People in the comments, what is the big deal about streaming? I don't get it. I just want to watch like a maybe 20-minute video. I don't want to watch an hour-long stream or stream his stuff. What's the deal with it?
Well, I'm not talking about streamers. I'm talking about, like, streaming like YouTube streaming or going to websites that have TV shows and watching the TV shows online.
This confuses me because I thought streaming was just like, you stream like an hour-long stuff. This confuses me.
It's like a weird thing where the same word is used for multiple things.
Why?
Ask the, quote, streamers that play the game for an hour.
Ask the internet gods.
They name their thing that.
Why don't we just ask the internet gods? They probably know.
Ask Google.
No.
But they never answer. They just give you suspiciously...
They give you map pack explaining how Stadia is good.
I guess one other problem I see is the lack of archival and ownership, especially. Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay? I heard a weird noise.
Oh yeah, my phone was at the end of the of my table. I moved my hand up, and then my fingers just hit my phone.
Okay. Let's start over with
that or that was my air conditioner. I don't know which one.
I don't know. But Yeah, one other problem is the lack of archival and your ownership of the game, because they were talking about and boasting about how unhackable their service is going to be. So like there's not going to be anybody going in, getting the source code, making mods, archiving games that fall through the cracks forever. Which, I mean,
That means that
there was just something that happened. I don't remember what it was. There was just something where a whole lot of content was lost. I mean, I know MySpace. They destroyed all of the music that was on MySpace, but there was something else that just recently got taken down, but I can't remember what it was. And now it's gone forever, except for the people that archived it.
You mean Vine or TikTok or Musically?
No, it was something else. But just the lack of the ability to archive, like that's a problem.
We can probably hope that we can probably ensure that basically as long as mods exist, other games will probably be able to thrive based off the mods because Stadia won't run other things out. But the problem is that the biggest problem I see is that basically the Switch, it wasn't that long ago, the Switch was the next big thing, and now it hasn't even been that long, and now it already seems like something better is coming out. I'm like, no, like have the spotlight for at least 3 more years.
I think it'll still have its place.
Yeah, but I feel like they got like some Xbox game on Stadia, so it's most likely that PlayStation's gonna lend some of their IPs. Then Nintendo's not going to let them. But then next thing you know, like everybody's partnering up with Google, and then they have a monopoly over it, and Nintendo's the only one fighting them off with and you have Mario at the front with Bayonetta at his side.
Super Smash Brothers versus Google.
Exactly.
Oh, one of the other things that really made me mad was they were talking about how it's going to support 8K and the whole scam of 4K and 8K. Because, fun fact, the human eye, most human eyes, they can't tell the difference between 4K and like 2K. 2K is the max for most people's vision.
My phone's vibrating, and I'm going to take it off the table. But yeah, I can't even tell the difference, and I don't really care about these numbers.
I mean, if you actually walk up to a TV and start looking at it like really close, you'll see the difference, but you're not going to be watching a TV that close.
Why would I care?
And I mean, it has its place for like jumbotrons, but not for in your home.
Though I do wish that they would just tell us that it's straight. Like, we will support 8K, so you can be streaming in the Mitsubishi Stadium. Like I'm pretty sure it's just for purposes like that, like just big stadium events.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. I think they were talking about for your home, though.
Yeah, they probably were, but I mean, like, I want to be told up front. Yeah, we're probably all most likely just going to be using 4K, but I mean, if you want to be streaming on these big TVs, go ahead.
Yeah, I think they got paid off by the TV industry.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they got that. Almost everyone started paying them off. Like, it was like 8 different speakers, and one of them was freaking Matt Pat.
Yeah, why him?
I mean, he's like the voice of the internet at this point.
I think that's a little bit of hyperbole.
Okay, he's the voice of YouTube.
I think that's still hyperbole.
Okay, it's what YouTube wants to be the voice of YouTube.
Fair enough. Do you have any other problems or things you liked about it? Because the only other one I had was
I like the controller and that. I like the controller, and that orange was a good color on it. I like the color orange.
The controller is basically just the Switch controller, except the control sticks are in different places.
I have 2 Pro controllers in here, but like they're black. That's like white and orange. I like the color orange.
Yeah, but as far as the layout, they're pretty similar.
And very simple to please.
I'll keep that in mind, an orange controller.
But yeah, the controller looks nice, although I was hoping that we'd see like maybe a box or something. just anything physical to let us know we have this. But it feels awkward knowing that we don't. That it's just something like it would be like a subscription service or something.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get that unless you consider your Chromecast that.
Their advertisement was no boxes.
Yeah, but you still need a Chromecast if you're gonna do it on your TV.
I have like, what does this say? I have a Roku.
I don't think that's gonna work. Google doesn't want you using whatever company makes that.
It says TLC.Roku TV.
Yeah, I don't think Google's gonna support that. Did you have anything else?
Hashtag stop Stadia.
I'm gonna have to put that in the video.
Go ahead. I actually, right after watching the video, I put that hashtag into a Discord server. Nobody knew what it was, so nobody commented.
I guess people didn't really hype it up enough.
Well, the thing is, Google has never been a gaming service. It's just now trying to stick its little toes into gaming, and it's already taking the biggest leap it can out of nowhere and completely blasting away everyone else with the most potential that I've seen anything can have, while also being the biggest show of what a company is capable of, while also showing how big a monopoly you're becoming.
Yeah, although their presentation was pretty... It was weird, like...
It was weird, but like...
It was like an early 2000s presentation where they talk about all kinds of stuff that nobody cares about.
Well, I mean, they're not really
like
a gaming...
8K.
They're not really a gaming company. They're just trying to advertise to the investors why they should like it.
Yeah, and they also had that one guy at the start that was like, I'm not a gamer, and he was like talking about stuff like a browser troubleshooting game, I think.
He plays like FIFA or Madden or something. That's as casual as it gets.
Well, shooters are pretty casual.
Yeah, but sports are the most casual type of game you can get. Like, it's basically, I want to play the sport, but I don't want to do exercise. That's basically what I see. That's basically what I see when I see a sport game, and they just don't interest me. Like, the only time I actually kind of did was I wanted to try a sport game, Mario Tennis Aces. It wasn't a tennis game, lost interest, because I wanted to try a tennis game because I haven't played one in a long time. Yeah, just lost interest. And yeah, no, that's it's too casual. And Tennis Aces, not really a tennis game. But yeah, the presentation was it was presented like a tech company and not a game company, because they're not a game company. Though it looked like, though I will say that the chairs in there look nice.
I did not even look at the chairs.
They look comfortable. I pay attention to everything. Like, it just looked like a great presentation room. Like, they're trying to get everyone comfortable and get everyone to want to put more money into this.
Yeah, that one game though, I have to wonder if it's like actually going to be a real game. The one where it was like somebody can be flying around and other people can have the same thing.
That's actually been on my mind. I want that to be a real game. I would pay for that game.
Yeah, I hope that's one of the ones that their first party is actually developing.
Let's say that this game is just a little demo, and then let's say it becomes something else like 2 years down the line. Something completely different, but it maintains the same thing. It removes all the assets, but it keeps the same premise. And it's now a game that's basically ukulele. Let's just say it uses characters like that. Similar design. That's probably how it's gonna turn out, but I still am interested in the whole concept.
Well, hopefully it has better quality than ukulele did.
Yes, that is true, but like ukulele is the only thing I'm in my head.
That is very unfortunate.
I know, it's the only thing in my head. It's the only game I could think of at the moment, and I have like 6, 7. I have a ton of game cases over here, and the only one I can think. Okay, let's just see let's just grab a random game case. I could have said the Incredibles: Rise of the Underminer for the GameCube. I don't even have ukulele. I don't even know why that's the one that popped in my head.
I don't either. I thought I was done with ukulele on my channel.
It just randomly came in my head. The art, I mean, like the graphics on the game kind of look similar, and like they're not detailed.
Yeah, they're like what they thought an N64 game looked like.
They're cartoony. They're kind of like cartoony type of stuff. They should have. I'm actually kind of. Wait, no, this isn't Microsoft. What am I about to say? I was about to say something like, I'm surprised they didn't use Banjo-Kazooie or Conquer in this, but like, no, that's Microsoft. What am I thinking?
Yeah, another computer company that has their own search engine that doesn't work, and their own internet browser.
Okay, Microsoft has a search engine.
Yeah, I think it's Bing now, unless they close that down and have something else.
Okay, we have Microsoft that enters the race as a computer company. Sony enters the race and it's a camera company. And Nintendo's been around for ages. And Sega has kicked itself out of the competition and it's just making games. And Atari is still dead last.
Yeah, Atari's not even gotten off the ground with their Atari box, as far as I know.
Atari's just been remaking old systems. Basically making old systems, porting them over, and with a bunch of games built into them.
Which, speaking of Atari Box, I'm way more excited for Stadia than Atari Box. So, I guess that's one thing that they did right.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Maybe we should end the discussion there. Where can people find you?
Xenoture Gaming at YouTube.com.
That you want to plug, like a video or anything you want to highlight?
Yeah, my most recent videos have been like several hour long RimWorld videos. If people get interested, I'll probably continue doing those. But for now, I have I really have like plans of like doing review videos in the future of games based on certain aspects that I won't go into because I don't want you greedy little buggers stealing my ideas.
I don't think they're gonna steal your ideas.
I know, but I really just want to get threatening at the end. But I can't keep a straight face. I can't keep a straight face while saying that.
You're here on my channel, but I also have a Twitter that I rarely plug. You should check it out. Sometimes I put some funny memes on there. Sometimes there's actually important information that I just have on Twitter. It's a good thing to look into. I have a few new series in the works, so look forward to that.